Yo, dog, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, so today I was looking at some shit, bro, and I wanted to voice some concerns that I had about niggas, bro. Cause I was looking at some comments in my comment section, and I had this one goofy dude come at me, bro, and I just wanted to discuss this further, cause this shit really, it's not like it really made me mad, but it just like had me like heated, bro. This dude was talking about do it by yourself, fuck that kumbaya shit, and I'm like, bro, you do realize like this conversation is about haters, but it's also about trying to do shit by yourself. Because if you try to do shit by yourself, you try to do stuff by yourself, you always gonna be on the losing end. And like, I'm gonna pull this comment up because the shit this dude said, like, it was so dumb. It was like, damn, bro, my phone is on 1% top. Like, my man was bugging. This shit, bro. My man was fucking bugging, bro. And I just wanted to share this because I want to talk about how you actually decipher when somebody has constructive criticism and when somebody just being a hater, bro. Because it's a real finite, like, somebody could be telling you something you really need to hear, but somebody could also really just be a hating ass nigga. So, like, this dude comments, fuck you other NIXXAS, black men, etc. You and me are on our own. That's the problem. Y'all want to be seen as one when me personally, I don't care what happens to the next black man or woman. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's the problem with black people. This is the whole problem with us. This is the whole problem. I want to be seen on my own. Like, you realize, bro, you can't do nothing by yourself. You want to do anything, you need other people. See you niggas in the dirt. Really, like this is the whole problem. Like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. I really don't understand how somebody could really think like that. Like, I'ma do it by myself. I don't care what y'all do. Y'all don't care what I do. It's me versus the world. Like, you always gonna have a losing mentality when you just sit there and think like that. Like, man, can't nobody else help me do what I'm doing. It's me. Fuck y'all. No kumbaya. It don't gotta be kumbaya. Like, we don't gotta sit here and love each other, but you gotta at least cooperate. You gotta at least work together. And that brings me to the point of, you gotta be real careful when you start seeing somebody criticizing you in a constructive way. Like, if somebody was to comment on my video and be like, hey man, your delivery or something, I didn't like it, maybe you could do it this way, it's constructive criticism. But you just have a dude come at you with some like irrationally fucked up shit. Just irrational. Like, that is something that you gotta be able to decipher between, because see, this comment that I'm referring to is not constructive. Like, I've had other people criticize what I was saying, but they did it in a constructive way, and they were like, I just didn't like the way you did this, or I didn't like the way you did that. And I can appreciate that, bro, because that's why I always say, if you love the video, like it. If you hate the video, dislike it, and tell me why, because I want to know. Almost like I treat myself like a business. What can I do better? If it don't go against my core principles of what I'm finna do, and you come to me, say I own a business, and you come to me and I'm selling hot dogs, and you like, well, bro, maybe if you made the hot dogs like this, maybe if you grilled the bun and buttered it, the hot dog would be better, because right now your hot dog kind of bland. I'd be like, okay, boom, I'm gonna take that into account next time. I'm gonna take that into account, and I'm gonna do that. But when you just come with some slander, bro, when somebody coming at you with some slander because they hating, that's a fucking problem. And that's something that I think you got to be able to recognize when somebody just coming at you with some foul shit, bro. This dude talking about some, I don't got no love for you ninjas, straight up. Don't nobody check on me, and I don't look for nobody. Be a man, stand alone. Bro, that's the whole problem. Be a man and stand alone. Like, yeah, as a man, you got to be able to stand alone. But in this life, you need teammates, bro. you gotta have teammates, because guess what? What happens when you go to start your business and you can't figure out how to do it? What happens when you do that? What happens when you go start your business, you can't figure out where to go for what? You don't know who to get where, what from. You don't know who to get what from. You don't know where to go for this. You don't know where to go for that. That's when you gotta have friends. You gotta have people that you are in community with, that you're networking with. Like, I might not know how to get a permit to get this building, but Dion over here might have already built 12 buildings. He know how to go do that. So if you want to stand alone, do you, but just understand that you always on the losing end of everything. The pack really never dies, but the lone wolf always dies in the winter because he don't have no support. And I think that's the bigger problem with the black community as a whole. Like, we don't really like to support each other very much. I'm not saying we could change that. I don't know how you could change that, but I just noticed, like, we don't really care to support each other. We would rather, like, yeah, I'm independent. I do everything by myself. I don't do nothing. I don't need nobody for nothing. I do everything on my own. Everything I do, I did. It's almost like that movie, damn, bro, what's the name of that movie? With Mr. Escalante, where he's like, how can I reach these kids? How can I reach these kids? Hey, what the fuck? Bro, South Park got this bit on lock. Stand and Deliver, where the kid was like, bro, where he came in there, he was like, I wrote this play. I did that, all me. And they was all like, let's go, coach. And he was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's the same mentality, bro. Like, I honestly really like it when somebody comes at me hating, because that means I'm doing something right. Because people don't hate on you when you losing. When you winning and you doing stuff, people do not hate on you. But as soon as you start as soon as you start coming up in the world, it's always some ninja that just decide, like, fuck what you doing. I'm finna come in and criticize it and try to tear it down. It's always gonna be that one dude. And this is the greater problem, like I was talking about with the Passport Boys, right? Y'all don't like to compete, so you're gonna tear another man down so you can keep the bar low. Even though that's not what they doing. Like, black folk got this problem bad where we're like, I don't want to compete, so what if I see him rising up to the top. What if I just try to drag him down so I can drag the bar down? Because if people see him up there, they're going to start to expect me to go up there. And I don't want to do that. I want to stay in this same losing ass position. And I really just wanted to rant about this shit, because that shit really, it's not even the fact that dude came with some hate or some slander that pissed me off. You can come slander me, call me whatever you want. You do whatever the fuck you want. I don't mind. It's just the fact that in the process of him doing that, he literally made the point of why black people is on the bottom. Because we don't work together. You see, I went and got my fucking, I went and got a manicure the other day, right? Yesterday, I got a manicure. You go to nail shops. Every fucking nail shop on the planet, just about every nail shop on the planet is owned by Asian people of some, like, let me give you an example. Me and my mom went and got her nails done a couple weeks ago. I get a manicure, she got her nails done or whatever, right? So I like to talk to people. So I asked the lady, I was like, so what language do y'all speak? Let me tell you how protective these people are of their culture and the knowledge that they have and how they stick together. They don't even want you to know what language they're talking in, because they don't even want you to be able to get on Google Translate and figure out what they're saying. They don't even want you to know what language they speak. They won't even tell you. They like, nah. She was like, don't. She was like, no, don't worry. Don't. She was like, no, don't worry. I was like, what language do y'all speak? She was like, no, don't worry. That just goes to show how you got one end on the spectrum, you got everybody else. And then you got us down here, and we like, fuck everybody else. Me, all me, I'm him. I do this by myself. That woman, like, you could tell, like, one of them will say something. Like, I'm not even trying to be racist or, like, I'm not trying to say anything about Asians. I'm just saying, like, look at how they stick together. When I asked her that, all of them looked up. They all started looking around. She was like, no, don't worry. She was like, you don't worry. I was like, bro, they won't even let you know what language they speak, but they stick together. Like, they literally stick together. in a way that we couldn't even imagine sticking together because we don't even fucking like each other. Them people, you can go into any nail salon. I don't know if it's just me, being in the area that I'm in, but it seems like everywhere you go, some people of some Asian descent own all the nail salons. And like wherever you go, it's all their family and they all stick together. They don't let nobody else in. They'll do business with you if it's going to advance their situation. They will do business with you, but they will not let anyone from the outside in. And this dude's comment just made me realize even more why are we at the bottom. Why are we at the bottom? Because you don't even want to go spend your money. Yo, what's up, Spooky? What's up, dude? I was just talking about some wild shit that happened today, like looking in my comment section, bro. But like, you know what I mean? They won't even let you in on the money. Spooky, how was your day though, my boy? Like, they won't even let you in on like, they keep everything to themselves and they're growing wealth from that. Like, they are literally growing wealth from that. Dude, my day's been pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My sleep schedule is all off. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. I woke up at like 4 o'clock today. And it's what? It's 7:14. Like, bro, my sleep schedule is completely out of order. Yo, Spooky, what you want to talk about, my boy? You my boy, Spooky. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I was just talking about some dude hating. And how people just, like, love to hate and don't like to stick together. But I don't know, man. I can't even wrap my brain. Like I said, it's not the fact of the hate that really like sticks out to me. It's just the fact that I can't even wrap my brain. I can't even wrap my brain around how somebody could think like that. When you see other cultures of people that have winning formulas. They got winning formulas. They own businesses everywhere. Like another group, the Arabs. I'm not trying to be racist, but I went, bro. I didn't even know. Like, I went to go get like a sponge brush for my hair, so I sponged my hair. I thought black people owned the hair stores. I don't know what made me think that, but I went in there to get me a little sponge brush. Oh no, I went to get a do-rag when I had dreads because I was like, I can't sleep. I just got my hair retwisted. I couldn't sleep. I go in there and realize like there is a hair store across the street from my studio, and some Arabs own it. One of them drives a Maserati, the other one drives an M4, and the other one drives a Tesla. And I'm just like, bro, we getting monetized that bad. We are getting monetized to the point where it's like, damn. I thought we owned that shit. We don't own nothing. And this goes to another example of Kanye, man. There's been a lot of controversy about Kanye, and I think the real lesson to be taken here is, bro, Kanye, bro, no, the Arabs own everything in the ghetto. Like, I'm not trying to be racist because really they're smart about it. They own everything in the ghetto. Like, that's the problem. We don't own nothing. Like, until I grew some dreads I cut them like last year. Until I went in there to go get me a dude, bro, I just assumed black people own that because it's black business. You know, extensions, sew-ins, weave. I was like, that's black stuff. Probably black people own it, bro. It's 2 gas stations on the corner, 1 gas station here, a hair store here. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but like, okay. Kate, I'm trying to make this point because it's like, I get it, bro. Like, I'm basically coming at this from the context of somebody saying on my video, like, fuck, it was obviously a black guy. Like, the dude was black. His thumbnail was black, a black dude. And he was like, fuck these other niggas. Y'all do you and I do me. And I was like, we the only group of people that think like that. Y'all do what y'all do and I'm going to do what I do. But it's like, okay, if you even look at the corner stores that the Arabs own. They don't even pay employees because their kids work in them. They don't even got to pay nobody else because they don't let nobody from the outside in. They could tear their shit down. We're just like, hey, come the fuck in. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. And then I'm moving to this Kanye shit because Kanye is a great example of how generational wealth too. That's a great example. But you look at like Kanye, bro, this man don't own nothing. Like, I'm not finna diss him because the man is a million times more wealthy than I am and will probably ever be. Like, if I ever get to $440 million in net worth, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But just the fact that Adidas is like, hey, we're just gonna move right on past Kanye and we're gonna keep reproducing the shoe because we own all the designs, which makes perfect sense. Kanye had a school, bro. What? Bro, Kanye don't have a school. Kanye got a school for like poor kids or something. Like, either way, Kanye is a perfect example of what happens when you don't own nothing, bro. He's a perfect example of what happens when you just don't own shit. Like, you got your name all over shit. And this is what I'm saying about getting monetized, right? Go look at, bro, what's the common trope? Entertainers always sign a shitty deal. Bro, you getting monetized. You getting literally monetized. And it's like, if you not smarter than that, bro, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not smarter than that to look and see, like, bro, spooky, bro. I went in there, bro, because I've been there. That hair store is right across the street from my studio. Like, it is right across the street. And I had never been in there before, bro. You can, nigga, my mouth was agape when I saw them Arabs behind the counter. I was like, damn, y'all sitting on fucking maximum money. Like, y'all sitting on top of a gold mine because black women ain't gonna never wear their natural hair. And I get that. I understand that. But it's like, it's almost like in a video game, like, it's almost like they got an infinite money hack, bro. They got an infinite money hack, dude. And Cage, you right, but they generally are family oriented. And that's what I'm saying. Why we can't be family oriented? Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I was at my grandma's funeral, right? And we was in there cracking jokes, having a good time. Even though it was a funeral, keep in mind we was in there cracking jokes, having a good time. All the cousins, because you know a funeral sometimes is the only time you actually get to see your cousins. So we in there cracking jokes and stuff. And we end up talking about how much this funeral is gonna cost. And my cousin looks at us. He looks at me and my other cousin. He goes, hey, man, why can't we have a funeral home? And, like, we bust out laughing, but he was dead serious. And he was making a good point. Like, funeral homes are big business. And that's like selling tires. You ain't going to never go out of business selling, having a funeral home. As long as you do a good job and you not fucking the funerals up. Like, this man looked me and my cousin dead in the face and was like, in the middle of a funeral, and was like, why we can't have a funeral home? And honestly, I owe him an apology because I laughed at him. Like, I laughed at him, but he was so serious. And yes, big families that invest in each other will always win. Always win. Bro, some of the richest countries in this family have been the richest country in these, like, they have been the richest since, what, the 1900s? The fucking Rockefellers? All these families, like, you think they finna just let anybody in? You know what I mean? But I don't know, though, bro. I'm just baffled by the fact that this man really took the time out of his day to say that, bro. Like, fuck y'all, do it solo. None of this kumbaya shit. None of this kumbaya shit. I'm in there getting a manicure. Bro, you understand? This woman didn't even want me to know what language she was speaking. They don't want you to know nothing about them that except we do nails and you pay us and you get the fuck out. That's all they want. They don't want nobody knowing anything about their culture, their race, their heritage. They don't want, you know, we do nails. You go in there, we do nails. You want manicure or pedicure? I'm not trying to make fun of them, but that's how they be. They be like, you want manicure or you want pedicure? Or you want both? And really, they good at doing business. I go in there to get a manicure. They be like, I went in there to get a manicure. I'm like, yeah, I just need a manicure. She was like, you want feet done too? I was like, no, I'm good on that. I'm good on that today. But they be upselling you. But man, That's another thing, bro. Kate, if you watching, bro, a lot of people, because I went to a rich high school, a lot of people hate it when you get generational wealth. What they say about you when you get generational wealth? Daddy's money. Oh, you got daddy's money. Some of us had to work for our money. You got daddy's money. Yeah, you got daddy's money. That's why you got that nice car. But then you turn around and talking about, I want generational wealth. That don't even make no sense. So do 2 + 2 over here, and then carry the 5 over there, and then subtract 2 here. Shit people be saying don't make no sense. Like right now, Cade, if you get a bunch of money and you have a couple kids, Spooky, if you get some money and you have a couple kids, let's say Cade and Spooky become fucking billionaires. I'm talking about they're just grossly rich, like filthy rich. And they send their kids to school, and they, kids pulling up in crazy cars, and be like, daddy's money. Until I started going to the high school I went to, I didn't even know it was possible to get shamed for having money. Daddy's money. Yeah, they got daddy's money. He got that new truck because he's got daddy's money. Like, dog. I can't fathom how some people think about life. But then I think about it, and this is my main point about criticizing. Don't fucking criticize me if you're not doing better than me or at least the same. And if you gonna be under me and criticize me, motherfucker, you better be careful how you say it. You feel me? Like, you need to, if you're gonna be under me, you need to be very careful what you come say to me. Because what the fuck I look like going to give Jeff Bezos some business advice? You know what I mean? What do I look like? Well, Jeff, I'm looking at your Amazon business model here, and you could be doing a lot better. Like, this Prime stuff you got going on, it's all good, but it can't be good for the bottom line. I go use the 2 words I learned in accounting class. It can't be good for I can't even remember, bro. I can't even remember. This can't be good for your balance sheet. This can't be good for your balance sheet, man. All these 2-day deliveries, you gotta dial it back a little bit. What do I look like giving Jeff Bezos business advice, bro? That's my point, bro. Don't come to tell me something and you broke, dusty, crusty, rusty, and musty, and you gonna come over here and tell me how to think. And that's where you gotta separate constructive criticism from haters, because you're gonna have people hate you. And like, honestly, you could call me a narcissist, but I kind of like have fallen, like, ever since I always liked when people just like, I used to, when I was little, bro, I used to be that guy, bro. The fucking, I hate to say it, I used to be the contrarian guy. Like, you like red, I like blue. Fuck you. I just like to get under people's skin, but when somebody comes hating like that, it's not even the fact that my man was hating. It's just the fact of how he was going about it. Like, he was going about it in the most, like, ignorant way. Inside Kanye's mysterious new private school, Donda Academy. What the hell is going on at Kanye West's mysterious new private school? Bro, Kanye just be doing shit, bro. He be having the manic episodes and he just be doing shit. And this is a point I wanted to make too. Kanye's mania isn't that bad. He just has so much money it looks bad. You know what I mean? Like, if I had a manic episode right now and I had $2 million to just go fuck off, there's no telling what I would go. Just, you know what? I'm finna start building cars. Elon's doing it. Why can't I do it? I'm just as smart as fucking Elon. You know what? It's only gonna cost me $2 million. Dude, I don't know, bro. Kanye is fucking nuts. But here's the thing. Like, if any one of us had that kind of money and that kind of microscope on us, people would think we were crazy too, bro. I think to become a celebrity, you got to be a certain level of crazy. To get that much fame and attention, you got to be a certain level of crazy. But I ain't gonna lie to you. If you gave me $1 billion in net worth, I'd be around here doing some fucking wild shit too, bro. I'd be like, I get off my meds and be like, you know what? let's go build a school. I see what he be thinking, bro, because one of the hallmark symptoms of bipolar is grandiose ideas. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. As much as I hate to say it, this whole YouTube channel was a grandiose idea. I was like, fuck it, I'm finna start this YouTube channel. And I'm finna do me. I'm finna do it. I'm like, I always wanted to do it. I was like, I'm finna do it. But it's like, imagine if I had $1 billion and I wanted to start this YouTube channel. I would have been like, you know what? What Mr. Beast is doing is cool. Why can't I have my own Squid Games? Like, that's what he be thinking. Why can't I have my own school in Africa? Oprah got one. Why I can't have one? Like, I do think that Kanye's a little crazy and he does need a little help, but it's like, at the same time, if you stripped all that money and fame, Kanye just your uncle at a barbecue talking mad shit. If you strip out all that fame and that money, and people, like the classic clip of him, bro, I'd be crazy too, bro, if I walked out in the yard in the morning to get the goddamn newspaper and it was a dude with a camera, you know, in my face at 4 in the morning. I'd be crazy too. I'd be tripping too. That shit gotta drive you nuts. You know what I mean? That gotta drive you nuts. But my thing too with all of these situations going on, because you got what do y'all think of the situation with Elon and Twitter? Because I think that's gonna be interesting to play out. Like, Twitter and Snapchat are famously the worst platforms for monetization purposes. Because, like, you have YouTube, which is the monetization is really good. And then you have Instagram and Facebook. Ooh, what? Dude, I do not be up on current events. Shout out to Cade A. Ichi Cade. Elon Musk presently under federal investigation over Twitter deal. Ah, dude. Let's be realistic. Twitter is a busted platform already. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But it's like, okay, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, bro. Somebody needed to do that just so people would start looking like, bro. Companies being able to sell your data like that is completely out of control. That shit is completely out of your control. You know what I mean? It is completely out of all of our control. Because the politicians are like, you know, they're boomers. All the politicians are boomers, bro. How do we expect them to regulate this shit? Number one source of revenue, yeah, because we don't even think about it, bro. Like, you get all them spam emails, like you don't even think about how like data has become big business. Yeah, I mean, it probably, to be honest with you, okay, imagine this. In the 50s, we all thought that smoking was cool. That's what everybody thought. Everybody thought, oh, bro, smoke, cool. Everybody thought, oh, smoke. Nothing wrong with smoking. You can smoke. Smoking, yeah, bro. If you went to a restaurant, obviously not me because I'm black, I wouldn't have been allowed in, or I'd have been in the colored section. But if you went in a restaurant in the 50s, everybody after they finished their meal would have been in that motherfucker like, you know, Joe, right. I just don't know. Like, bro, at the end of the day, social media has to be fucking terrible for your health, your mental health, and probably your physical health too. And like one day they're going to really look at it and be like, why were we just letting, like, I have been saying this for so long. Like, if you want to get on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, you need to up, like, the same way, like, if you want to start trading options on Webull. You want to start trading options on Webull, what they're going to do, they're going to ask you for your social security number and forms of verification. Like, Elon is sitting up here talking about the bots and stuff. Like, bro, make everybody, Take every account on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Make them put their driver's license in that son of a bitch and their social security number. Problem solved. I don't get it. Like, I'm not a big politically, I'm not a big regulating guy, but like, you can't let this shit just be the Wild West where, hey, companies can just take your data and sell it to who knows who the fuck. Like, another opinion that I think, bro, I think they should have banned TikTok, bro. I think Trump to me is a lot like Andrew Tate, where he would be saying some real good shit every now and then, but it's because he's so crazy, nobody can really hear it. But when Trump was like, hey man, maybe we should ban Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, maybe we should ban TikTok. Nobody really was taking it serious, but I feel like TikTok is an issue, bro. Hey, yeah, Spooky, like, we are straight up addicted to social media. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. If you look at it, like, from a business perspective, like, not the platform itself, but if you look at, okay, let's say I upload a 10-minute YouTube video, the best video that anybody's ever made, hypothetically speaking. Like, when you go look at that video, the opportunity cost for that video is going to be like, what? 10 minutes of your time that you could have been doing anything else. But a TikTok, that's how they get you, because the opportunity cost is so low. You're like, well, if this TikTok's trash, I'll just go to the next one. So you're not really losing anything, but before you know it, you've lost so much time. Yeah, but think about it, because, okay, you have to actively watch TikTok. What's up, sugar? You have to actually watch TikTok, right? Like, if you go throw on a YouTube video in the background, you could be cleaning, you could be doing anything. You could be fucking your girl, you could be cleaning, you could be washing your car, you could be doing laundry, you could be doing any amount of things. But once you get into a TikTok, like a TikTok scroll sesh, bro, oh no. Because every 30 seconds, it resets, so you got to keep scrolling. You got to keep, like, bro, nobody can tell me they shouldn't. I wouldn't be opposed if they just banned social media fucking completely, pretty much. Except YouTube and maybe Facebook. Like, I like social media, but like, there definitely has to be some sort of regulation in it. Hey, sugar, did you click? Because I said don't click. But there's got to be something, bro. They got to get rid of these damn boomers, bro. Because I don't want my data being sold to all these fucking people. Like, oh shit, dude, my light went out. But I'm saying, bro, this is some real stuff that nobody really is talking about. Also, another thing I want to know, bro, are y'all still buying Yeezys? Are y'all still going to be buying Yeezys without Kanye? That's what I would like to know. Because I own like 6 pairs of Yeezys. Well, yeah, TikTok has like shortened your attention span if you think about it. Because it's like, well, like I said, if I post a 10-minute video, it has not, let's take the quality of the video completely out, whether you want to watch the video or not. You look at that, you have to give up 10 minutes of your life. But a TikTok, bro, it's like, TikTok is like crack cocaine. It's like like, you know how they talked about the crack epidemic? TikTok is like the crack epidemic of social media. Because they say, like, the high from crack, it's like, you know, crack is like cocaine on steroids or whatever. So, like, the high from crack lasts like 2 seconds. So, but if it's that good, every 2 seconds, you're like, hey, I want some more crack. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, let's go get some more crack. That's the same thing TikTok, boy, that shit is melting people's brains, dude. And it kills me, because I'll see my dad binging TikToks. I'm like, buddy, you're 56. Don't you have shit you need to be doing? Like, that shit kills me. I'm like, bro, don't you have stuff that you need to be doing? Them dopamine hits do be on. And look, here's the thing, bro. Like, it's almost like the social media, like, in the way that it's going. Like, okay, hear me out here. It's almost like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and Snapchat. All the social media platforms were selling cocaine. And then here came TikTok, and they invented crack. And they were like, hey, we should get in on that. we should definitely get in on that, because look at how fucking addicted these motherfuckers are to this shit. Like, you know. Spooky, you fucking wild, dude. Like I said, bro, you good? Like, dude. Yeah, the algorithm does know you, because think about it, bro. The algorithm, like, when I look at my YouTube, like, okay, my channel is mad small, right? But even then, I'm bipolar, and I get, like, comes with that is I will get obsessed with a fucking thing. So I'll be looking at my analytics, just looking at them, and just looking at them. YouTube's algorithm and TikTok's algorithm, all these algorithms, when they say numbers don't lie, they really mean it. Because think about this. You can go make a YouTube channel right now, or you could go make a TikTok right now, and whether or not your videos are getting a lot of views will objectively tell you whether it's good or not. Because, like, YouTube, it's almost like Spotify, the rewind. Like, people on Twitter were laughing one time because they were like, damn, this rewind is so accurate. And they were like, yeah, bro, it's fucking data. So, yeah, like, they really low-key need to, like, there needs to be another set of government to handle technology. Because fucking Nancy Pelosi's old ass and Mitch McConnell's old ass don't even know what a they're like, well, the kids are using the TikTok. They're on the TikTok. You know, they should really stay off that TikTok. Like, they don't know. They don't even understand how Facebook makes money. But Spooky, I do feel you on that. Sometimes I'll pass by my dad, bro, and hear TikTok sounds. And I'm like, you are a grown man. They got everybody on this shit. They got everybody, dude. And yeah, dude, Cade, I'm telling you, you're very right on that. Like, the algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. Yeah, you can run social media like public utilities, but I feel like that would take all the fun out of it. You know what I mean? Would that remove the fun? Because I look at social media like the Wild West right now. There's no rules. Everybody can do whatever they want with no consequences. But eventually, we won't be in the frontier anymore. Like, if you think about it, somebody like Andrew Tate is like Bonnie and Clyde or some shit. Like, the best robber on the internet. Like, I figured out how to game this. And some people are just, they're the bandits. Jake Paul. All these people, like, they figured out the formula. Mr. Beast, they figured out the formula of how to hold people's attention in this current marketplace. But I don't know. Like, I definitely think if you can ban Trump from Twitter, which that doesn't say I like Trump or not, I voted Kanye. Who, like, what, you can do whatever you want, bro. Because whatever you want to say about Trump, he is a former president, and I mean, I don't know if he can really win again, but he is a former president, and that's got to mean something to you. You know what I mean? That's got to mean something. The fact that Trump is a former president. And they were just like, well, you're banned. So I don't know if I would be I think I would be in favor of them regulating social media like a public utility, but I also think, like, we should just throw the TikTok, the short form vertical, minute-long vertical videos. They gotta fucking go, bro. That shit's gotta go. That shit's it's gotta go, dog. Like, it's gotta go now, like tomorrow. Like, social media was fine until TikTok came along. Like, once TikTok came along, everything just went completely the fuck out of control. Like, sometimes I will wake up in the morning. I'll wake up in the morning, and the first thing I'll do is, like, you know, get on my phone. I'll look at some stuff, and then boom, you're in a TikTok loop. You're in a Reels loop. And then the next thing you know, you're like, damn, I'm late for work. I'm late for class. I'm late for this. I'm late for that. And then you're like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, bro, I really think TikTok ruined everything. Social media was all fucking good. Everything was fun, dude. Everything was fun. Now, actually, hold on. I can't put all the blame on TikTok. Instagram ruined Instagram when they fucked up the timeline. That was the start of Instagram's downfall, in my personal opinion, when they started putting your timeline out of order, right? Like, if somebody came out right now, about to drop some $1 million worth of game right here. If somebody just basically stripped Instagram's base UI down, took the videos out, and made a picture-only platform, shit would be through the roof. Or maybe it wouldn't, because Instagram has said, like, I think that's one thing I love about statistics. A lot of people don't understand that data is factual. Like, if the data says something, it's true. What the fuck is Be Real? Damn. Like, because I do think TikTok ruined everything, but at the same time, like, people also don't know what they want. People don't know what they want. I think Rumble is like, the thing with social media is you need it to be viral. So something like alternate social media platforms, like, they can't succeed. Like, okay, look at when Ninja went over to Mixer. And, like, nobody was fucking with it, and it just went out of business. Like, you can't, I think Rumble is a good idea, but I think you can't artificially engineer stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, organic growth, that'd be like if I just went and paid $10,000 on ads for my channel, and I got a bunch of views or whatever, but it's not organic growth. Like, Rumble is like something they're trying to, like, I feel like it's gonna bust like Mixer did when Ninja got all that money to go over there, because they thought if we get the biggest streamer to come over here with us, then everybody else will follow suit, which was a good idea in theory. It was a good idea in theory, but then, like, Ninja just took the money and went back to Twitch. So, right, Rumble it's an echo chamber of the right wing, and, like, some of these people have to realize that some of the shit they're saying is ridiculous. Like, people who were talking about Trump taking the election, like, that shit is ridiculous. Rumble, I mean, Ryan, do you fuck with Rumble? Like, do you have it on your phone? Or is it just like, because for me, I actually have Rumble on my phone, but I never look at it. Like, I never actually go out of my way to open the app up. Laptop, like, who do you watch on Rumble? Like, who they got on Rumble? Like, I feel like if you have slightly right-leaning opinions, you might as well just put your shit on Rumble just in case, because it's just another outlet. It's just it's a little different outlet. You feel me? Man, look, what? All right, let me ask you this: what do you think about Andrew Tate? Like, in just a short opinion. What is y'all's opinion on Andrew Tate? Because I feel like this is a controversial. Andrew Tate is the most controversial person to come out online since Trump. Like, what do y'all think? I don't care about right or left either. It's just a dumb war. It is. They're not going to solve it because they're going to blow smoke all up your ass and then continue to fuck over you. I don't have no problem with him either. He's a little extreme on some stuff. He does talk kind of funny. Like, in my opinion, he's so much like Trump, where he'll make some good points, but then follow it up with some, like, super stupid shit. Like, one time I saw a clip of Andrew Tate, and he was like, why would I go spend, let's say I want to sell these candles, right? Why would I go buy 10,000 of them before I know if anybody wants to buy them? I'll just take a picture of the one and see if there's a market before I go spend the money. Like, that made sense. A lot of people I know have started businesses, like, and they invested all their savings into the business, and they didn't even test to see if anybody wanted to buy what they're selling. But then he'll turn around and just say some ridiculous shit, which is cool because even some of the ridiculous shit has merit, but it's like, package that up better, chief. Something like, I'm not an Andrew Tate stan or a hater either. I just feel like he used our natural, like, humans have a natural gravitation towards controversy and shit. Like, we have that it's almost like why people rubberneck. Like, I saw an accident today. It's like everybody rubbernecks because we want to see some bad shit. And he used that, but it bit him in the ass. It's just like anybody else. Like, Just like when somebody who kills people gets killed, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You use controversy like that to grow a massive audience. Eventually, you're gonna get, deplatformed. But I mean, the Hustlers University was pretty scammy. But I think there's a lot of those dudes on the internet who are a lot milder. Like, I follow a lot of guys on Twitter that have that same Andrew Tate mindset. Right. And a lot of that was taken out of context. But that's what people do. And that's why on my channel, I don't really, like, I will talk about somebody, but I don't really want to, like, go take a clip from Andrew Tate and then react to it. Like, bro, like, I'm trying to get juice off of him. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing I don't really like. When people, because, like, let's say, Ryan, you start a channel, you get 1 million you get 1 million subscribers. This is what I was talking about vultures. You're going to have people who don't have their own original ideas, and they're going to come try to get juice off of you. Talk about, well, why was Ryan W. exposed? Ryan W. exposed. He's a fraud. It did just try to get juice off of what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I don't like that. But Hustlers University could have been considered scammy. It also could have been considered as like, okay, well, if you get it good at copywriting, yeah, you can make money off of it. And I'm sure some of the people in there, but it was like Hustlers University was, you could look at it either way. Like, it's one of those things. Like, my problem with, like, side hustle TikTok, the people who are like, well, if you just start a this and this and this and this and go buy an ice machine or go do that, bro, all that shit takes work. Like, for the people who did Hustlers University, sorry about the mic moving. The people who did Hustlers University and they made money because they went in and they followed up and they put in work, right? If you go to Hustlers University and pay him his fee and put in the work, you probably make some money off of it. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still going to win bigger. But hold on, I got something else. I've been noticing, like, Tristan Tate has been posting all over the place. And, like, it's funny because it's like, they're like the literal epitome of, like, the big brother and the little brother or whatever. Like, Tristan, like, he just don't have that same it factor. You know what I mean? Like, he could go out, like, Andrew could write him a script, and you don't have that same, like, damn, I love this guy, or damn, I want to punch him in the face. Like, he's so, like, milquetoast and bland. But I don't know, man. Andrew Tate, on some level, he's a genius, if you really think about it. Has anybody else created a charlatan-esque Ponzi scheme like that ever on the internet since the internet has existed? Has anybody ever come up with a Ponzi scheme that strong? Or is it a pyramid scheme? Which one is it? Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme? It's one or the other. Has anybody... Well, didn't Sneeko get deplatformed too? Like, I don't... I've tried to watch some of Sneeko's, like, those debates and stuff, and, like, I'm not really big on people like that because I don't like, let's just hypothetically say I'm transgender or something. Like, I don't want you debating about me, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's cool, but I honestly, let me backtrack that. I haven't watched enough Sneeko or any of that space to really give a solid, like, educated opinion on if I like them or not. But the few things I have seen, they're giving me Steven Crowder vibes. You know what I mean? That kind of, like, I'm gonna be an asshole, but I'm gonna be like the poke you asshole. Like, I'm gonna just keep poking you, like that kind of asshole. Like, they give me that kind of vibe. Like, that whole niche, it gives me that kind of vibe. But, and then Ryan, what you were saying, I think Rumble is gonna be a niche, but I don't think it's gonna last. Cause, like, let's be realistic. Like, some of the people who have been deplatformed, like, they kind of had it coming. You know what I mean? They were breaking the rules. Like, Trump was doing a bunch of wild shit. But I don't know. Spooky, what do you think about Sneeko? Because, like I said, I don't have enough. I don't want to just be talking shit about the man. I've never even really looked at any of his content. And I think, too, Andrew Tate and the Red Pill and all that stuff, like, I really like a lot of Red Pill. Like, a lot of Red Pill logic. But what I don't like is when you turn around and then you're like, hey, women are trash. Like, these women are trash. Like, that's why I made the Passport Boy video, because I was like, okay, all of them are kind of running in that same, like, Andrew Tate. Well, I can't say that sort of space. Like, well, okay. Bro, some of that shit makes me angry, but it's like, dude, it's just, there's so many thoughts and ideas on the internet. And, like, to be honest, now that you've said that, Spooky, I'm going to have to actually go look at Sneako's content. Like, am I going to be disappointed when I go look at it, though? Like, am I going to, like, for the things he was saying, and he switch up so fast? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, you mean he's kind of stupid? Well, yeah. Right. So he tried to, so he basically pulled a, like a, you know how Pete Buttigieg, or is it Pete? No, Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke, like, basically copied Obama's whole style, but it's like at the end of the day, you're not him. I see what you're saying. Like, at the end of the day, you're not him. And he switch up. So you're saying, okay, I got what you're saying. But it's just like, man, like, some of the shit, like, Buttigieg, some of the shit that goes for discourse on the internet these days is, like, it's abysmal. Like, it's actually abysmal. Like, one thing I am gonna comment, like, every time I think, like, oh, I'm dressed up good, I'm fresh and fit, like, that's one podcast, like, the fresh and fit dudes, like, I can't hate them because they balling, but it's just like, bro, why do people have to act like this? No offense to anybody who fucks with fresh and fit, because they have a good ideology. It's just like, it's like Kate is saying, the original idea. It's like, the same time I understand, like, yeah, we finna run this idea to death. Like, will a day come where fresh and fit doesn't just have, like, 10 OnlyFans girls on who they can intellectually run circles around? Like, if I'm not mistaken, tell me if I'm wrong, isn't everybody that's in this conversation in that same kind of, like, lane? Dude, I keep looking at this Buttigieg comment. Like, that shit's actually funny. Fucking Buttigieg. Bro, YouTube, don't give me fucking suggestions. I don't need your suggestions, buddy. Arbor and Preach are better than Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit, like, they strike me as the type of men who have to pay for pussy. I don't know why. They just strike me as the type of men who pay for pussy. And then go ahead and preach to everybody else about how you shouldn't. That's what they strike me as. You feel me? It's just like, dude. Like, and it shocks me how, like, I don't want to sound haterish here, how the content that they make is so successful, but that's like, I feel like so many men in this country, I mean, yeah, I mean, they definitely have to pay the women to come on. They definitely have to pay them. I'm talking about, like, no, I think behind closed doors, I think the Fresh and Fit dudes be walking around like straight tricking, but it ain't tricking if you got it. But it's like, if you broke and you got game, you can make it do what it do. You feel me? I just feel like something about those two guys rubs me the wrong way. That's true. Like, but that's like I was saying with Ryan, bro. Like, if Ryan comes up with a big YouTube channel, people gonna use their name to try to get juice off of them, you know? And, like, to be honest with you, let's say I was to blow up. I don't know how I would feel about people using my name to get juice like that. Like, coming to critique me and shit. You know what I mean? Like, coming to talk about everything I've already said. And, like, you were saying, Spooky, like, the more stuff you say, the more chances you could say something fucked up. You know what I mean? The more chances you could say something that could be used against you. So, my thing is just Fresh and Fit at this point seems a bit cringe to me. You know what I mean? It's at this point, it just... Yeah. you can definitely farm those people and crush them. But it's like, it's like, my problem too with the whole red pill is like, we go get the women, you go get the tens, and then you're asking them about their expectations. You know what I mean? Like, go get some sevens, dude. People are still using Kevin Samuels' name to make money. Straight up, people, and that's the thing, bro. People, bro, clout chasing is such a real thing. And it's like, once you get some clout, people is just like, hey, like leeches, bro, leeches. They just want to leech off you, bro. They want to just attach themselves to whatever you're doing in some kind of way. Like, people, and that's the thing, bro. I see every day, I see posts of some kind of clip of Kevin Samuels on somebody else's channel, because Kevin Samuels is probably one of the most original content creators that's come in the last few years. But people ain't gonna never stop trying to get that juice, bro. It's like, when you got the juice like that, people gonna be on you, bro. When you got juice like he had, and like you get views like that. But back to it, like, my thing with the red pill is, you can't go get the hottest chicks that you like. I feel like Fresh and Fit go get the hottest chicks they can find, and then they're like, everybody's surprised when these chicks who can like command high income men, everybody's mad when they're like, yeah, I'd like a man to be making $150,000 a year. Like, okay, well, some of those women, some of them be busted, but some of them are hot enough. Some of them are most definitely hot enough to be like, look, I need a dude making $100,000 and he's 6 foot. But like, I don't like how they try to caricature all women like that. You know what I mean? Because even Ryan, like, if you ever watch Kevin Samuels, some of the women that was coming on his show was busted. I'm talking about busted. So maybe I'm wrong on that. They was busted, talking about $100,000 a year. Like, I was talking to my psychiatrist yesterday, bro. Or no, I was talking to my psychiatrist on Monday, bro. This man dead ass looked me in the face. He said, I was asking him if, like, this is what he really wants to do. He was like, I mean, yeah, I like it. He was like, but if I really could just get paid, if everybody got paid the same amount of money, he was like, I'd be a game warden. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, but they only make like $70,000 a year. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? He said that shit like $70,000 a year was play money. Like, he was like, what am I supposed to do with $70,000 a year? I think that more women will always graduate from college instead of men, just because women are much more agreeable and cooperative. Like, when I have a class and somebody expects me to do something stupid, I'm just not going to do it. But women are, like, more agreeable. Even, like, with the studio we run, like, the editors we have, like, we prefer mostly women, because women are just, like, women are less apt to argue with you about some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say it in a misogynistic way, just like, men are much more likely to start a conflict over something. And then that translates into school, because, like, I had an accounting class this semester, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, I'm not finna do this shit, bro. This is dumb. Like, this is actually dumb. But then there was a girl who I was fucking, not even fucking with, but like talking to, and she was like, well, I'm just gonna sit down and do the homework. And it's that mentality. Like, a woman's mentality will always get women through college faster and more, because a man is more apt to be like, bro, this is stupid. For all this work I'm doing at this school, I could be out somewhere making money. And on top of that, y'all want me to do all this work, and I have to pay y'all to go to school. But let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think a college degree is even necessary in this day and age? Trade school is better. If you don't mind working with your hands, see, like, I ain't gonna hold you. My hands is manicured. I'm not finna do no hard work. No offense to you, but like, if you don't like, I think though, if you don't like school, trade school is it's excellent, because you can go become a welder or a plumber. Motherfucking, there's this guy that I used to hang out with at the bar, and he is an HVAC repair guy. And I was like, you have a skill that it doesn't matter where on the planet you go to, people are, well, that's not true technically. You don't even, what did you get? I feel like that skill, but it's like, I feel like, okay, you always got that in your back pocket though. right? You know what I mean? Like if I had a trade and I knew how to, like I always got, like if shit hits the fan for me, I'm gonna get my camera and go start taking pictures because I know how to do something that other people don't, right? But like, what trade did you get, Ryan? And did you use it? Did you not use it because you didn't want to? Like, being a sports manager, like like literally, like, oh, I'm LeBron James's manager. That seems like it would be very hard to break into. But I'm talking about like if you got like, if you know how to drive a truck, until they automate trucks, you gonna have a job. You know what I mean? But I think college is kind of stupid, bro. The more I look at it, yeah. And that's the thing too about a lot of stuff. It is, some stuff is just tough to get into. But my thing about college is I feel like unless you go get a degree that's a sure thing, it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like my degree was in business. That shit is a waste of time. Like if I do go back to college, I will most definitely switch my major to something that is not stupid. Like I don't know. I would probably be more inclined to switch to political science and then try to get a JD and be a lawyer. But that sounds like an astronomical amount of work. It's like, but if you have like, but that's what I mean, like skills in your back pocket. Yeah, get a lot of bachelors. See, the only way around, if they want a bachelor's degree, the only way around is your personality, like, and your charisma. Like sometimes people will just like hire you because they like you. You know what I mean? This is gonna be a controversial opinion, but why don't you just lie and see if they check? Like, this is gonna sound. Why don't you just lie and see if they check? Because odds are, depending on what the job is, like if they ask for a bachelor's degree, you ain't gonna never use the one you got, probably. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It's not like you're committing insurance fraud. You know? I mean, don't take that. Look, don't take that advice if you don't feel comfortable with it. Like, I could just be telling you to, like, metaphorically go jump off a bridge. But yeah, like a lot of jobs do want you to have that bachelor degree, and then like another shouldn't they specify what degree you're gonna have? You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't they specify like, hey, bachelor's degree in science, bachelor's degree in wildlife? Like, shouldn't they specify those things to you? But like, cause it's just like, okay, bachelor's degree. Like, you could have a bachelor's degree in English, something that like is highly useless to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't they somewhat specify what the degree would actually be? They're just like, no, just a degree. Like, that's something I don't really... God, bro, sometimes the world just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, you don't need a master's nowadays. I think the only thing a master's is good for is if you are planning to stay in a job for a while. But I think from what I understand, a lot of people, if you have a master's degree in something relevant, don't they pay you more? Like they literally pay the master's people more. Like I know a lot of teachers will be like, I'm going to get my master's. You become a teacher and get paid $30K a year, right? You're basically making McDonald's money, yeah. And that's the thing too, bro. I feel like they should pay teachers more. They should pay because like, I've only had a few teachers that I thought were really good and really gave a fuck about me in life. I've only had a few teachers that I really thought were really good and they really just gave a fuck about me. You know what I mean? Like, the rest of them were like, well, I'm off in the summer and I get paid decent. I can work another job. But it's like, who really wants to be a teacher? Who paid for it? That's another thing. Speaking of paid for, somebody was telling me they wanted to go to the military the other day, and I was like, I don't know about that, big dog. For me, in my own personal opinion. But they will pay for a lot of stuff, too. But I don't know. Spooky, you in high school, Spooky? Oh, that's a play, dude. That's a big play. Like, that's a big play. Now, if you can get it for free, and you don't mind doing the work. See, for me, it's just like I feel like you gonna go to college, Spooky? Like, you thinking about it? Like for me, the thing is like I already know how to make money. So it's like, why am I gonna go waste my time with college? What trade are you thinking? But like, why am I gonna go waste my time with college when I could be out collecting money? Like, I could be really out here collecting money. Yeah, it is. Because you can have no direction in life and go to the military. I'm not saying that to diss anybody in the military. Like, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was like, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, and you have no idea where to go, the military is really good for a lot of people, especially people who are just like in limbo. You know what I mean? You don't know where you want to go. You don't know what you want to do. Man, look, Spooky, let me tell you something. Any skill that you have in your back pocket that's valuable to society, I feel like electrician or plumber is good. And it depends. Are you an entrepreneurial minded person? Or are you more of just like, I don't mind doing my job. They pay me $80K a year. I'm good. Or are you like, look, after I learn how to do this shit, I'm finna get my own shit and I'm finna do it myself. You know, are you that minded person? But I think a lot of people, let me tell you, Spooky, I think it's some good advice. A lot of people sleep on CDL because having skills is very important and valuable skills. Like, a lot of people sleep on CDL and a lot of people sleep on hot shotting. So if you have a CDL, you can buy you a dually and a flatbed, you can be a hot shot like trucker. A lot of people sleep on that type of stuff. It's got a dude that I went to high school with. Well, we graduated around the same time, and he is making a shitload of money hot shotting. Like, he started off driving trucks and got his CDL, but he's one of them business minded guys, man. Like, he is like, I'm finna start my own shit. And now he's hot shotting and welding, CDL, electrician, HVAC. Let me see, bro. There's a lot of trades. Plumbing. If you're mechanically minded, working on cars. Because, like, Ryan is right, bro. When my car breaks, I don't even know. Like, look, y'all tell me what the fuck is wrong with it. As long as y'all ain't saying nothing crazy, like, oh, your blinker fluid is out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as long as y'all not saying nothing dumb. Right. Like, okay. So that's an even different kind of plumbing, isn't it? Because you're not even, yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I was talking to this white dude the other day. Didn't really matter that he's white. But he was talking about the process of building a house. And he was like, basically, the plumber, the electrician, the contractors. Like, I'm not the contractors. The, what do you call those people? Fuck, they put drywall up. What do they call those people? Whatever, like how everybody's on the site. And that's another thing I didn't even think about. Like, there's so many ways out here to get money, but that's why I hate the money TikTok guys. Did you know you could start a side hustle in less than 10 days and make $2,000 a week? Kind of like, bro, I can tell you, I've tried some side hustles. None of them easy. And most of them, when you try them, drop shipping. Drop shipping is mostly dead. Because if you try, like, I dabbled with a lot of that stuff. Drop shipping is, if you really, that's why you got to be real careful, because everybody out here is selling a course. Some of the courses are good and some of them are just recycled. But if you start trying to drop shipping used to be big because it was feasible. But it's like, Ryan, if I literally sit up here and you order something from me and it's taking more than, yeah, did you like it? Throw that in the comments for me. Let me finish. Like, look. If Ryan orders something from me and it's taking 2 weeks to come, he's gonna be like, hey man, where the fuck is my money at? You know what I mean? You gotta be, where the fuck is my money at? Or give me my stuff. Because Amazon is shipping stuff in 2 days. You can drop ship, but I feel like it's so many and you have to know. Because, like, basically, if you try to drop ship through Amazon, one of my friends was doing it. Once you sign up for Amazon one time, you can only sign up one time because they have your social. So if you get blocked on Amazon, it's over for you. You can't sell on Amazon anymore unless you use somebody else's social security number. But how many people are going to give you their social that many? you probably got 5 people who gonna let you use their social. And if you get banned 5 times, like, I just don't like that mentality of, oh, this money is easy. Yeah, money is out here, but it ain't just, if money was easy, everybody would be a fucking millionaire. You know what I mean? If it was just do these 3 steps, drop ship, everybody would be easy. But I've been curious kind of about hot shotting, Ryan. Like, did you like it? Did you hate it? And was the money good? You know what I mean? Because I was talking to a guy, and he's trying to start hot shot. He's got a CDL and a truck. The only thing about that seems like it wouldn't be very fun is just like being away from your family for such long periods of time. Yeah. Like, that seems like it's the part that people don't really care for, is that you're not with your family. Because it's like, on a certain level, you're bringing in money. Like, you might be making a whole lot of money, but it's like, well, I mean, is it worth it if I can't see my people? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Stuff like that is real, like, and that goes back to one thing that a lot of people, I have no problem with if Spooky wants to start being a money TikToker. You know what I mean? If Spooky wants to start being a money TikToker. But don't be out here shaming people, being like, how the fuck are you still broke, you stupid dumbass? All you gotta do is drop ship. Like, I don't like the idea of, like, using FOMO. Because a lot of, like, because I've been researching a lot of content, because I've been making content. Like, a lot of the art of making content is to create FOMO in people. Once you create a certain level of fear of missing out in a person, their impulse control goes out of the window and the reason goes out of the window. So if you can create that, and then the opportunity of great wealth, well, you got a lot of people in the palm of your hand. Once you create that FOMO and they fear missing out, and then you promise them that dream, now you've got a magical manipulation formula. And that's kind of my problem with the money talk thing, dude. You know, yeah. And then they give you this, they give you this idea. Yeah, and you know what? Look, some of them crypto millionaires, I feel you on that. Hold on, like, I'll never forget in high school, bro. I kept telling people crypto was gonna be a thing. I was almost one of them people, bro. And you could hate me too, Ryan. But the crypto millionaires be like, bro, just go buy this Shino Nuba fuck coin and you'll be rich next week. Like, dog. Crypto, there's no skill to crypto. What, crypto? Crypto is still kind of a thing. I think people, look, NFTs and crypto, it's a low skill thing, because really getting rich off of crypto is just holding a fake coin. It's lost a lot of value, but people haven't discovered the real use. But okay, getting rich off of Bitcoin is nothing more than good timing. See, because with the stock market, you can't time the market, right? You can't really time the market. But with crypto, it's all about timing the market. And then nobody knows. The only thing that gives crypto its value is what the next guy will pay for it. So the only thing that gives Ryan's Bitcoin value is what Cade will pay for it. But I think crypto will come back. I think NFTs are going to be a big thing. But like in the sense of like, hey, I'm finna sell Ryan a car, and the lease, like the agreement is an NFT. You know what I mean? But the Bitcoin boys, they be on some other shit. Like you see these TikToks, if you go invest in this new crypto that's deregulated and it's called such and such and such and such, you'll regret not buying it. Like all that shit, bro. Like in the 48 Laws of Power, there's a whole chapter about charlatans. Like it's one of the 48 Laws of Power. It basically tells you to become a charlatan. And there's a lot, because of social media, there's a lot more charlatans in the world than there was. So, but like, okay, what if I bought like 20 Bitcoins and I sold off and like now I'm a millionaire? You know what I mean? I guess that's like hitting the lotto, because you really didn't do anything to get that money. You just kind of happened to be in the right place at the right time. For number 27, play on people's need to believe and create a cult-like follow. Like basically what we're seeing is like social media has created a lot of charlatans. Like a lot of like they're everywhere, and they're of different degree, like just charlatans everywhere. Like, and that fear of missing, cause like every YouTuber, like, cause I do a lot of camera stuff. Like you can see I put like effort into my lighting, and I put effort, into my situation, like the lights and stuff. Like when I was trying to learn how to light and stuff, every asshole is selling a course. And look, I respect it, man. I respect it. Game is sold, not told. I respect that. But it feels like a lot of y'all are just like conning people. Oh man, like I always felt like Bitcoin was I didn't think it would get as big as it is. But I think Bitcoin's gonna keep getting bigger. And just like social media, bro, they're gonna have to start regulating this shit. You can't just let people run wild and do whatever they want whenever you can't let people run wild like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. But think about it, man. People don't think about it in this perspective. Bitcoin, bro, when I graduated high school in 2017, you could cop a whole Bitcoin for like $1,100. You know what I mean? Like, just because it, like, okay, before Bitcoin went on that first ramp, it's still bigger than it was. Just because it's down now, like Bitcoin was an inflated bubble, and it's just like that. Like what Ryan's saying, sort of like the shit is no skill. It's gonna get smaller, but wait until the economy goes through whatever it's going through, and then people start getting a little more lax with their money, and they start saying, okay, then you got to think a lot of the crypto bubble probably came from stimulus too. Because a lot of people felt like, okay, I'm going to put my stimulus money into this crypto. But even if a Bitcoin is worth $19K, if you got 5 of them, you still got a lot of money. And even if you sold out at 50 and then bought back in at 19, you really fucking won. You know what I mean? And I think crypto is going to be something that in the future is, we just don't know. Like, we just don't know what it's going to be. Like, if you could have went back in time to the 90s and showed somebody one of these, they'd have been like, yo, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? And then look at the cell phones that they had in the 90s. Like, what is it, the bag phone? Is it the bag phone that they had in the 90s? Like, you go look at that. You could have never even guessed that, like, they would have got to hear from that. From a bag phone or like one of those big ass like satellite phones. Like, you would have never guessed. That's what I'm saying. And then too, like, Ryan, wasn't you balling if you had something like that at that time? Like, if you had one of the big ass phones, or you had a ball. Bro, I remember dial up too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't that old, but I remember dial up. Dial up was horrible. Bro, that shit sucked, bro. Like, looking back on it, like what we got now, like, that shit sucked. But even the internet, bro, like, people, you gotta have that forward vision sometimes. Cause like, even when the internet came out, hell yeah, bro. And that's another thing I always thought is interesting. Like, you making the point about the BlackBerry, you could go look at movies and tell like how old the movie really is by what kind of, like, you go watch any movie from like 2010, they're all on that BlackBerry. Tesla had an idea. Yeah, dude, the world has come a long way. Because I was born in 99. And, like, I remember when I was little, like, Windows XP. Looking at, like, bro, the computer I have under my desk now looks like a spaceship. Compared to, like, anything. Bro, you had a BlackBerry, Spooky? Not the BlackBerry. Dude, I used to want a BlackBerry. Y'all remember when everybody... Okay. Ryan, you gonna be old enough to really remember this. You remember how everybody wanted a Motorola Razr, bro? Everybody. Excuse me. Everybody was like, bro, what you want for Christmas? A Motorola Razr. I still don't get, like, the Motorola Razr was literally the original, like, iPhone status clout. Like, it was the first thing that people was like, bro, I need this clout. I need that Motorola Razr. Like, what did it actually do that another phone wouldn't do? That boy Spooky said he was on that berry, though. Just thinking about having somebody having a BlackBerry now just like cracks me up for some reason. Thinking about somebody actually having a BlackBerry cracks me up. Fucking A, dude. What was I thinking about thinking? I don't know. But yeah, I also wanted to know while y'all are in here, like, what have y'all been thinking? Like, what do you think would be like? I'm trying to find the identity of my channel, and I'm trying to figure out what y'all think would be like fun content. Hell yeah, bro. My dad had a Palm Trio, dude. My dad had a Palm Trio. Spooky, you was lucky, bro. I didn't get my first phone till. How old was you when you got your first phone? My people would not let me have a cell phone. They was like, man, they was like, what you need a phone for? Oh, bro. With whom, though? Debate with whom? Debate with whom? Damn. Spooky been balling, jugging. Spooky been on the phone, jugging these hoes since 7. Texting all his girlfriends. I think I might have been about 12. I think I was 12 because I was always a year behind. I've been wanting to discuss some different issues, but it's like, you know, I also care about like what other people think. So like you know, I'm thinking this is the first time I've live streamed, and I didn't know what it was gonna be like, and I didn't know what it was gonna be like to really just be talking to people. I mean, over the internet. It's just like anything else, but I feel like this is a point in my life where I'm really trying to define what I'm doing and where I'm going. You know what I mean? And I feel like my channel, like, bro, if y'all really look at my channel, you can see when I'm in like a manic rampage. I'm like going hard, like, but they put me on that fucking medicine, and it's like I'm like, all right, like that's how I'm saying I feel Ye so much, bro. If I was Kanye, I would be saying crazy shit. I'd be doing crazy shit. I'd be like, hey man, how about I get him, bro. I get it. Like I get why he be doing the stuff he does. He's just so rich. But you think so? Like you really think so, Cade? Yeah, bro, that shit was, man, Ryan, that was like a real reality for me. Like I didn't realize how much psychological damage. This is gonna be a hard statement to say. How much psychological damage being around only one race really did to me. But it's almost like the tension that you get from being around too many black folks is not like, the vibe don't be good. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like I don't, and then like, okay, I'm gonna get hate from the white people, but then I'm gonna get hate from black people too. So I'm like, okay, when I go around my cousins, they be talking about you sound white. What, like, you know what I mean? So I'm getting hate from both sides. So I always thought like, well, at least be on the side with the money. But that was some real shit to me, bro. I told a kid the other day that works in my gym and he goes to that same school. I was like, you gonna need some therapy after this, my boy. You know, I was like, you gonna need, like, going to that all white school. I was like, you gonna need some therapy, son. You gonna need to go unpack all that shit. Cause let's be realistic. Everybody's racist. Let's just be real. Everybody behind closed doors is a little bit racist. It might not be so bad that you're gonna go out and, you know, lynch somebody, but everybody a little bit racist. Let's just be real. Everybody's got a little tiny bit in them, and it's just like being around all that all the time, bro. Spooky. Ryan, Cade, dog. I had to have therapy, son. I had to go get a psychologist because that shit fucked up my self-esteem in ways I couldn't understand. You know what I mean? It messed with how I look at myself in ways that I can't even really, well, I couldn't really understand. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, man, like, just the video I made about the therapy, like, bro, I feel like just this dude coming and commenting on my video, bro. Tell me what y'all think about this comment. I don't know if y'all heard it earlier, but this dude said, fuck you other ninjas, black men, etc. You and me are on our own. That's the problem. Y'all want to be seen as one. Me personally, I don't care what happens to the next black man or woman. See other ninjas in the dirt. This dude don't even know how to write. Worry about yourself, not the community. Just a bunch of black people who hate each other. I don't got no love for you ninjas, straight up. Don't nobody check on me, and I don't look for nobody. Be a man and stand alone. Like, bro, that shit is the only thing he said that was right in that comment is just a bunch of ninjas hating on each other. But other than that, like, man, dude, I feel like telling men to stand alone, telling men to just get over shit, bro, like, bad shit happening, and I don't know, Spooky, you a dude, right? I can't really tell. I mean, you could be, you know, I don't know. It's 2022. What's up, Spooky? Man, woman, or otherwise. I'm gonna just assume you're a man. Like, bro, it is hard to move past shit. No, that guy doesn't hate himself. He just feels like that man probably alienated. That man said, I'm a male. I'm just fucking with you, Spooky. But that man probably does hate himself a little bit. But it's just like to think, like, there's a guy around here where I live, and he started a bank. And, like, none of us can achieve anything in life without other people to help us do it. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Arab, Greek, whatever the fuck you happen to be, you can't accomplish any goal without the help of other people. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I am glad that I started college for, because my parents kept telling me, my people kept telling me, if you don't talk to people, you'll always end up with the terrible professors, right? You'll always end up with the hardest professor on the campus. And if you don't talk, like, all you got to do is strike up a conversation with one person and ask them if they took this teacher. And they're going to be like, oh, fuck no, bro. He's the worst teacher on the campus. Don't take him. So you just saved yourself 3.5 months of slave labor because you took the worst teacher. And then you end up somebody tells you who the easy A guy is. And you end up passing the class with a free A. You know what I mean? Just a free A. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing, my man? But, like, you really gotta network. You gotta network with people, because if you don't know what's going on, stuff will be happening all around you. What you mean, a website? Stuff will be happening all around you. Dynamics will be changing all around you. Like, for instance, the building that my studio is in, new owners came in. They purchased the real estate. They purchased the whole complex. And it's like, we are in on what they're doing, the changes they're making to the building, but it's some brothers behind us that got a recording studio, and they stand outside and just smoke weed, which is cool. Well, obviously it's not, because in this state, we in Louisiana, weed is a Schedule I substance, so you can't do that. Yeah. Oh, no shit, they have a website for that? What's the website, if you know it? But basically, these fellas are back there smoking weed, so the new owners are walking around. And, you know, it's a recording studio, bro. You know, rappers like to smoke bud. It's a black recording studio, and it's nothing but rappers. They out there smoking weed while the new owners are coming around. So, turns out the owners come and tell us, yeah, we're about to kick them out. And I start to think to myself, because they're not networking, because they don't know anybody, they don't even know they're about to get kicked out of this spot. When it finally happens, the people who bought the building are real estate attorneys, meaning that when they come do it, they are going to pencil whip them so hard that they're going to turn around and say them white boys is racist. When meanwhile, y'all had 12 dudes outside smoking weed in a commercial real estate like office complex. You're getting all kind of complaints, but that's just not knowing. Like, if they were networking, because I know one of the dudes, and I'll text him, he don't text me back. See, if you was tapped in, like, that's my problem with that dude. Like, you cool with not being tapped in. You cool with trying to go at life alone. You cool with being on your own. And that's fine. But when times get hard, you gonna die. When times get rough, and let's say me and Ryan and me and Jordan and me and Spooky and me and Cade, we all in community, and we can help each other survive, well, that dude over there, he's gonna die. Because it's not even about race. It's about the idea of networking. It's about the idea of, okay, how can Ryan help me accomplish my goal? Ryan might know, I might want to start a hot shotting business. Ryan might know something about hot shotting that I don't know. He might know how to tell me how to get around all the red tape. He might be able to tell me what I know. Bro, and that's the thing, Ryan, a lot of people have zero awareness. I mean, like, none. Not just social awareness, just in general, you do have to have awareness because stuff is happening around you all the time. You know what I mean? And if you're not noticing, but I think awareness is kind of an acquired skill, especially when doing business, like knowing when somebody's trying to get over on you. Like that's just like, for example, those people buying the building my studio is in. They have a janitorial crew, right? They're finna fire all of them. This is a lack of awareness, right? The janitor crew, they don't understand that they are the fat that needs to be trimmed to pay off this debt, right? They don't understand that. So they came in and were like, hey, we're going to get a raise. Instead of coming in and having awareness, like you're saying, Ryan, and saying, how can we keep our jobs? You know what I mean? They came in and they were like, hey, how can we going to get a raise? So meanwhile, if you know anything about real estate, you know that you can't have no real estate money if you don't have any tenants. You're not going to make any money. So obviously the new owners are going to come in and appease the tenants. So they're going to let us do whatever we want. Like, look, we're finna get like 4 walls knocked down and the building remodeled because they're like, look, we can keep you in here for 10, 15 years. That's going to be a dub for us because they're going to do the math and they're going to decide the money makes they're going to decide if it's worth it with a calculator. On the other hand, you got the cleaning people who are just completely oblivious to what's about to happen, talking about we're going to get a raise. Y'all finna get fired, chief. Y'all finna get let go. You know what I mean? And that just, Ryan, that's a classic example of not having any awareness of a situation and not knowing what the hell is going on around you. You know, my dad used to tell me, always be aware of your surroundings. It's funny because I was just thinking that in sidebar. Sometimes I'll be with my girl, bro. My pops used to tell me, always be aware of your surroundings. Sometimes I'll be having my head on the swivel, bro. I'll be like, y'all ever be in your car, bro? Like, you got some food at night or something, you on the road, like you stop just eating, you know, because you don't want to eat and dry. You be looking around, you be like, then your girl be like, man, why you looking around so much? I'm like, man, look, I can't let no dude just like creep up on me like that. You looking around? But yeah, dude, I'm glad, like, especially like Spooky, bro. I wish I would have had somebody. And Ryan too, if you was in an all black frat, like I'm glad, like, I mean an all white frat, not an all black frat. I feel like not enough people really speak on stuff like this. You know what I mean? Not enough people really. And that was one of my things, because I like kind of like the red pill vibe, but I was like, it's got enough people on the internet teaching men how to get women. And that was my thing with the passport boys. I was like, bro, if you live in this country with 300 million people or however many there is, and you can't find 5 women that like you, you're the problem. Like, if you can't find 5 women that respect you, you are the problem. Out of 300 million people, divide that by half, 150 million women, probably more than that. Minus the children, maybe 100 million women. You can't find anyone that respects you at all, a woman that respects you. You have to be the problem. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of, I think that's why I don't care for Fresh and Fit, because they're selling dudes a dream. And yeah, it makes sense. Make yourself the best version of yourself. I fuck with that, bro. I work out. Like, I know I got to be the best version of myself. I know I got to have my money in order. But it's like at the same time, you're selling them a dream and then telling them to hate women, which is just counterproductive. Ryan, the red pill thing is like the Bitcoin thing for me, man. It's like the Bitcoin thing for me. But it's like, I'll get started on that and just, it blows my mind. But I also didn't realize there was a crisis of incels that just have no idea how to get ass. Dating young? Like, what you mean, in high school? Or like dating a woman who's younger than you? You always got to be aware of your surroundings, man. Always got to be aware of your surroundings, no matter what. And I hate to be him, but we got these for people who who have ill intent. Perfectly legal. Bro, I think dating in high school. Do you go to an all white school, Spooky? Or do you go to like a mixed race school? Bro, and that's you right, Jordan, bro. Some people just are foul, dude. Like some people are just like you could be as nice to them as possible. Man, like are you struggling dating or are you just like trying to up your game or what? Boy, Jordan, I be looking around, man. I be like, who is dude walking up? Who? What this dude talking about? I be looking, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be looking. Shit. My best advice. One thing I wish I would have learned in high school. Here's my token advice to you as a young fella, bro. Because I mean, I ain't that much older than you, but one thing I wish I would have learned in high school was just how to approach women. Like, if I could, like, I had this one friend that I used to hang out with high school, and like, I didn't understand at the time what he was doing, but he would go to the mall and just get numbers. Like, I didn't understand in high school, and you might, but I didn't understand that in high school that like, women don't just like necessarily just come at you. Like, even when they send off signals, they're not just gonna just come throw themselves at you all the time. Sometimes they will, but my number one thing is the better you get at talking with people, the more women are gonna just naturally gravitate around you. Like, and just learning how to like be as good socially as you can, man. And that's the thing though, man, Ryan. Like, I used to think so too. I used to be like, I used to think to myself, oh, it's because he's tall. That's why the women love him. They love him because he's tall. But they don't like you because like just like math, man. He was practicing. Like he was actively like practicing that. You know what I mean? He was actively going out of his way to like talk to women. And I didn't understand that was a thing that if you want a bunch of women, you gotta go do. And I don't know, like, Spooky, what's the situation, bro? The sitch. What's the sitch, bro? Like, Kim Possible. What's the sitch, Wade? I think, like I said, though, the best advice I can give you is to just make sure you know how to talk to women. Because women really aren't everything, bro. Women come and go. And as long as you understand that women are not everything, just like money isn't everything, but it's important. As long as you understand that, you gonna be solid. You know what I mean? Because going to an all-white school, I never really talked to a lot of women in high school because I felt like, I guess subconsciously, I just felt like it wasn't, these women are not for me because they were all white. You know what I mean? Like, it just, to me, it wasn't, I couldn't really do it. You know what I mean? And then I got out of high school. The other thing I tell you, Spooky, is make sure you look better than everybody else. Get your hair cut once a week. Make sure you keeping your hygiene up and get you some cologne, brother. I'm 5'5" too, my boy. I'm 5'5" too. And that's one thing. What you mean? Like, that's gonna happen to you though. That's another thing I tell you, bro. That's one thing. That's another thing I tell you. You gotta like. I have discovered that being tall is cool, and it like you can think about it like, oh, such and such is getting all this play because he's tall, bro. Women is about it's just confidence, man. It's just like a woman could be straight up like Spooky. It's a girl at your school. It's 2 or 3 girls at your school that straight up digging you, but they not gonna ever say it to you. You know, you got a couple girls that's gonna be bold, but most women ain't gonna ever say it to you. What you mean it's only gonna get us so far? What's only gonna get you so far? Let me see. I want this light to be blue, bro. I want this to be blue. I want that to be like that right there. Sit that back on the stand. Oh yeah. Being tall is only gonna get you in the door. That's my problem with the red pill too. I'm like, if your personality sucks, you're not gonna get much farther than in the door. And I'm telling you, Spooky, like, it's girls that I went to high school with that was digging me, and I just didn't. That's another thing I tell you. Learn how to pick up the signs that a woman's like fucking with you, bro. Like her putting herself in your space, just like staring at you, just like, bro. The difference between players and everybody else is they understand that women, on average, do not have a lot of confidence, and like most women will not approach you. You 6'1", all you got to do is what? Care or not care? Because, like, I realized, look, man, I can't care how tall I am because God just made me short, so I can't do nothing about it. Yeah, you do got to, yeah. I didn't learn how to talk to, because in high school, look, I ain't going to hold y'all. I was smoking bud in high school. That's all I was concerned about was who has the bud. That is the only thing I was truly concerned about in high school was, hey, man, who's got the bud? Yeah, and that is the truth, bro. All you got to do is not care. Not from an asshole-ish perspective, but just not care if that woman comes or goes, and you're good. You're good. And you got to just... Spooky, I'm going to need you to do something for me, Chief. I need you to do me a favor. Whenever you get a moment, my boy. But, and then, like, that's why I made the dating app video, because I was like, I feel like a lot of men I know be, like, tripping about dating apps and tripping about why Tinder doesn't work. And I'm like, bro, I looked at some girl, it's Tinder, right? And I saw the dude's pictures, and I was like, bro, you cannot seriously, like, bro, it's easier for me to say because I'm a photographer for a living, but having good pictures of yourself is so important. Like, Jordan, I can't see your profile, but it looks like you have a good picture. Having, like, a couple good headshots. Like, you got to treat yourself like a movie star, man. You need a portfolio of headshots. That if somebody needs a picture of you, bro, if you just saved a cat from a burning house and they want to put your picture on the news, they can put a good, nice picture. You know what I mean? Like, you got to always be on top of stuff like that. Like, that's something that I'm really big into is, like, make sure you got good pictures of yourself. Because, like, that's one of the big parts of my channel, bro. Image is everything. That's one thing that I believe more than anything. But, Spooky, go to the mall, bro. Go get 5 or 6 numbers and see how you feel. Just see how you feel. Just go ask 5 or 6 women for their numbers. See how, like, because once you, I don't know if you have a problem with this, but for me, like, I used to have a problem with the idea of a rejection. But then I realized it's not the rejection that bothers me. It's doing it in the first place that bothers me. The rejection don't even really, it's after a while, it's just like, okay, cool, I wasn't her type. Maybe she likes she likes Jordan because he's 6'1". Maybe she don't like me because of this. Maybe she don't like me because of that. Her preference is her preference. Somebody gave me a speech one time outside a bar. He was like, look, most of them girls in there ain't fucking with me or you. And he was totally right, but one of them is. I'm not with her. Bro, just go to you. What city you live in, Spooky? You don't mind me asking? I don't want to just dox you. I don't want to just like dox you. I'm telling you, just like Ryan is saying, I didn't learn how to talk to women till college either. Ohio is like a big city, or is it like a little small town? Cause I'm in a little small town. I'm telling you, my boy, I'll never forget him, bro. My best friend in high school. That man would just go to the number. He would walk up to women, in quotes, say, hey, fill out this survey, and give him his phone. And, like, they would go for it. But I'm going to tell you something, Spooky. Like, you might not, like, I understand if you don't take that advice, because I couldn't do it till I was ready, but that, I can't emphasize to you how much women have such little confidence that you walking up to them and asking them for their number is literally like, to them, it's like you just move the earth. Even if they say no, A lot of women are just impressed that you have the balls to do it. You might not even be a chick's type, and she might give you her number just because you have the balls to do it. A lot of men, a lot of us, we really don't have, like, I used to not have them kind of balls to just go walk up to a woman. Now I'm just like, if I want a woman, like, if I see something I like, I'm like, okay, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's go. Like, look, she either gonna say yes or she gonna say no. But that means I got a 50-50 chance that I can hit now. Nah, see, you haven't reached that point of prep. Like, for me, it was a point where I realized, like, now, okay, even if that's the case, dare your friend to do it. Okay, if you're going to do it like that, do it like that. But for me, it was like I reached a point where I was like, you know, in the movies, how, hell yeah, dude. I know that feeling, right? I ain't going to hold you. Like, that's how I learned how to talk to women, just being at the bar. Like, I started doing this bit, right, where I would walk up to women, like big groups of women. They be sitting outside, and I walk up to them, and I'd be like, hey, how y'all doing? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. And I start talking to them, and I'd be like, so which one of y'all is going to buy me a drink? And, like, some of them would buy you a drink, but it was just, like, learning how to break that. Because if you could talk to a group of women, you can talk to one woman. But just one day you're going to hit that point where it's almost like in the movies, in a kickball game, where, like, you don't want to get picked last. And that feeling gonna start hitting you where you're like, oh, dude, I don't want to be the last. I don't want to be the kid who was the last option. You know what I mean? So you gonna start saying, okay, I want the woman I want. That's what happened for me. I started looking around at shit, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, when I turned 21, I was like, damn. I'm finna just put it out there. I was like, damn. I ain't got no bitches. No disrespect to women. I was like, I ain't got no bitches. Like, that's a bad feeling as a man, like, not having no women, but knowing that, like, you can't get none is a bad feeling. So I started looking around. I was like, hold on, I got to fix this. I was like, I got to fix this, Chief. I was like, I got to figure something out here. And then I finally built, once you get in that mindset, though, it's like doing any new thing. Eventually, it's not going to scare you no more. Eventually, asking a chick for her number is just going to be like second nature to you. You just be at the gas station. The girl kind of hot. You be like, let me get your number. You know, eventually, it's almost like just a thing you do. Exactly. That's why social grouping is so important. You know what I mean? Like, just being in a social group. Because somebody, you know, like, if you got a lot of friends, one of your friends going to put you, like, I had one friend just put me on game. Like, and I know I talk shit about the people with the courses, but a lot of times game is sold and not told. It's sold and not told. Ryan, what frat you was in? And I'm telling you, man, look, dude, a lot of people be scared. It be scary when you go ask a girlfriend, because some men feel like women, this is the problem with simping, right? I could go buy a woman a $10,000 bag and not be simping. But you simping when you scared of women. When women, like, intimidate you, that's what simping is to me. When the loss of a woman intimidates you, like, I'm going to just be frank. My girl could tell me right now she out the door. I'm like, cool, get the fuck. No offense. I fuck with her. I love her and everything, but I'm not finna fucking break my, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be that way. But she told me, my girl literally told me some guy asked her for her number one time and he was shaking and stuttering. You just, look, if you're not good at talking to a random dude, you will never be good at talking to some woman. Theoretically. Now, I'm not saying talking to dudes is fun, because sometimes talking to dudes is terrible. But if you can't start a conversation, really, too, developing your game is going to help you with sales and everything else. My dad always told me a salesman is going to have plenty of women, because you know how to run your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to run your mouth, you always going to have it, because half of it is just not being scared, man. You know what I mean? Just not being scared to walk up to a girl. I say the same shit every time, too. I'll just be like, you cute as fuck. Can I get your number? And she thinks about it. She going to look at you a little bit. She going to be like, yeah, all right. Or she going to say, no, I have a boyfriend. She might be an asshole and say something crazy. But even then, like, you know what I mean? once I learned that it was nothing to be scared of, I really started just I started to see why my friend in high school, it was like he's playing a game. He's playing a game. How many numbers can I get today? Can I get 10 numbers today? Can I get 20 numbers today? Like, he's playing a game. Basically, if I get 20 numbers, 4 of them gonna follow through all the way. That's pretty decent. And if you could get it up to like 8, it can be beneficial to you having a big family, but it depends on if you're close with your family. I think for me, I had a lot of problems with alcohol, but alcohol helped me become a lot more social. Not like, just like, yeah, it is a numbers game, but yeah, socializing with your family. You look, Spooky, you're young, man. You're young. You probably 16 or 17. What's going to help you the most socially is talking to people as much as you can. That's what's going to help you the most socially. You know what I mean? When you just are like, see, but y'all can see from right here on this stream, like, I'm going to run my mouth all day. That's what I do. So I guess it's easy for me because I'm going to just run my mouth all fucking day. I don't even mind. Like, I'll sit here and talk to myself all day. But for most people, what I always said is developing your social skills. Spooky, you just got to practice, my boy. All you got to do is you got to practice, just like anything else. People, I've been saying I was bad at math for the longest time, but then I sat back and looked at it, and I was like, I never do the homework. I never practice. Of course I'm going to be bad at math, because some people get it natural. It's just natural to them. But for the rest of us, you just practice. And then once you get to a certain point, I mean, let's be realistic. You don't need 50 women a year. I mean, if that's what you want to do, do you. I'm not knocking nobody. But for me, it's like, if you can get 7 or 8 women a year, like, how many more women do you really need? You know what I mean? But you, like I said, if you do that favor for me, Spooky, and you just go out and you get 5 numbers, all you got to do is walk up to the girl, ask her what her name is, boom, boom, boom. Hey, can I have your number? You really need that rejection, bro. That shit gonna make you stronger. It's gonna make you a stronger man, I promise you. And just knowing, like, when you finally do it for the first time, you're gonna be like, hey, that shit wasn't that bad. Like, I'll never forget the first time I just cold approached a woman. I was like, oh, shit wasn't that bad. Remember the first time I got rejected too, I was like, shit wasn't that bad. Damn. I was like, damn. I could have been doing this shit the whole time. I was like, I could have been doing this the whole time. Like, I could have been winning. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Ryan, you're right. It is a numbers game, bro. 1 in every 10 women is going to be interested in you. That's just facts. Unless you're a stunning man. Let's just say that. A handsome, above average, you just are him. But the average dude, 1, maybe 2 in every 10 women is going to be interested in you. 3 in 10 if you got cold game. But you don't even need that, bro. You just go through enough women and you find one you click with. You're going to naturally find somebody you click with. And that's going to be what's going to take you, man. Like, for me, I had got obsessed with it at a certain point. Because, like I said, bro, I was like, I ain't got no bitches. I was like, damn, what am I going to do about this? I ain't got no bitches. I got to figure this shit out. I was like, I got to figure this shit out quickly. I ain't got no bitches. Like, I can't just be doing this, like, get down like this, but you gonna get there, Spooky. I'm gonna check with you, guy. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna be like, Spooky, did you do it? Spooky gonna be like, I ain't do it. Get your friend to dare you, Spooky. But I don't know, man. What did you think about being in a white frat, Ryan? Like, was it like, being around that many white, it's not all bad, you know what I mean? It's not all bad, but it's also like, it's it gets to be a little corny after a while, you know what I mean? The shit they be doing sometimes, you be like, hey, man, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, the shit they be doing, bro, it'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. You had a good time? They be getting fucked up, huh? Well, lucky man. Apparently I have an addictive personality, so I can't get fucked up anymore, which sucks. But I understand. Like I was listening to Money Mayweather talk about why he don't drink or smoke, and he was saying he's seen that shit tear too many down. Oh yeah, it's the common trope, man. White people get fucked up. Like I don't know what it is about. They be using science to get fucked up, bro. I'll never forget when my white friends introduced me to the gravity bong. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, y'all smoking weed out of a fucking bottle, okay? You could put like 2 drops of weed in it, and I was on the moon. I was like, bro, you guys are scientists. I was like, how did y'all even come up with this shit? Yeah, I mean, that's good though, man, because nothing good ever happens when you're drunk. I just know I can't drink in moderation, really. Yeah, I can't drink in moderation. Like, I can't do anything in moderation. But dude, yeah, being around white people, it's a very strange experience. But I don't know. I feel like I shot an event this 2 weeks ago, and it was nothing but black people, and I was like, I do feel like a lot of people have a point that black women do not smile at you, and that shit kind of makes me mad. Because I'll see a bunch of attractive black women, and they just look so mean. Like, they just look so fucking mean. And I'm like, that man Kevin Samuels had a point when he was like, black women need to fucking smile. Like, because that is absolutely the truth. Black women gotta start smiling, bro. I see so many attractive women, they be mugged up like a dude, bro. They be mugged up like they finna go rob a goddamn bank. Like, they look like they finna go rob the corner store, bro. Like, a bunch of niggas. I'm like, excuse my French, a bunch of ninjas. I'm like, dude, this cannot be what y'all on. And then complaining about stuff, too. Because that shit just make you not even want to try. You know what I mean? That shit just makes you just completely be like, I'm good on this. But I don't know. I'm trying to think up some new content. You guys got any weird ideas? Like weird shit? It could be a bad day. Some of them just mean. Straight up, some of them just mean. That's just how they is. Some of them, that's just how they get down. They just are very mean. That's just how some of them coming. They ain't gonna crack a smile at nobody that's not fucking them. That's how some of them are. And I respect that, but the man had a point, man. White women smile your ass to death. White women will smile you to death. I mean, like, every time you see a white woman, especially the more money they got, the bigger that smile be. See white women with money, even if they don't like, hi, how you doing? Hi, how are you? Oh, dog, I'm not going for that. I'm not even going to hold you. If you got to test me like that, I am not going for it. If you don't even have the common courtesy to smile at me, like, fuck her. I don't care how fat her ass is, bro. If she mugged up like a dude, I don't give a fuck if she's built up like Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna probably keep pushing, bro, because you look like a problem to me. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be friendly and stuff. You ain't got to be overly friendly, but fucking crack a smile every blue moon. You know what I mean? But I did, bro. Spooky, I know exactly what you're saying, because I opened the door for a black woman at the store the other day, and that bitch walked by me like I was nothing. Like, she just looked at me like, psst. I'm like, well, damn. I'm not finna sit up there and just say it's everybody, but she literally, I mean, that woman looked at me like, psst, dusty ass nigga. I'm like, because I know I ain't dusty, so I'm like, what the fuck? She like, psst. I'm like, yeah, it is just women. You talk about black women? Yeah, I haven't met too many that are just that friendly. That shit's sad, though, bro, because every other race of women don't have no problem smiling. Every other, like, they don't have no problem cracking a smile at you. Arabs, Indians, Chinese, Nobody. They all just be like, hi. In they foreign language. Latinas, maybe. Mexican women be a little mean, too. But, like, that shit is demeaning, bro. I saw so many attractive women at that event, and they all was just mugged up like dudes, bro. Like, they was just like, I mean, you swear to God, they finna grab the heater and go on a fucking, they finna go on a motherfucking, on a drill, bro. Like, I swear, like, that's what they look. Who, you like them Latinos, Ryan? But who be on that time, bro? Like, it's already, see, like, okay, it's already hard enough to engage a woman and talk to her. But it's a lot, like, it's even harder when she gonna act so stiff like that. Because now she's like, she's basically saying, hey, stay the fuck away from me. Don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? A smile is an invitation to talk to you, basically. You know what I mean? And I get not wanting to be, you know, fucked with. If I was an attractive woman, I'd be probably be tired of niggas coming up to you trying to talk to you. But, shit. Man, you don't have to fucking look like a fucking, like you finna go rob a bank either. You know what I mean? You don't gotta go look like you finna go rob a bank neither. There's levels here, you know what I mean? I seriously don't understand. But you know, it do what it do. I don't know though, bro. Look, that man Ryan said I love me some Latinos. Oh, she wouldn't take out the wig. All right. Now I got a different opinion on the good her, cause my girl started wearing her natural hair. But I think my problem ain't the her itself. My problem is that the Arabs own the her store, and y'all making them rich by buying shit from them. Cause every time Shawty go get her hair done, the hairstylist bought all the product from the Arab. And she went and bought the hair itself from the Arab. Like, I get where you coming from with that wig thing. But then again, I also understand that if I had a bunch of hair, like if I had a whole bunch of hair, like my girl got mad hair. When she take that shit out, I'm talking about that shit be out here. Like, I feel like I'm not going to reprimand a woman for not wearing her natural hair, but it would be nice if she would. But they don't want to go through that much effort for a man. That's the problem. They don't really want to do that much work for a dude. They just going. But at the same time, I get it, bro. I wouldn't want to do that much work. My problem is if you gonna buy the shit, go buy it from somebody black at least. You need yours to be natural. Like, I don't know if I can fuck. As long as she don't got like faux locks, you know what I mean, like some crazy shit that just looks super fake. I'm cool with it. But I love it when my girl wear her afro, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when she just have her afro out, like, I love it when she wear that shit, because this shit just looks so good. But they don't be fucking with that shit, Ryan. But, dog, I hate to say it. I gotta call it a night. It's fucking late. I appreciate you guys so much for watching the Young Stream. And I hope y'all have a fantastic evening, man.